Good morning, Thresholds. Good morning, members and family. It's been quite a few days since I've made a video. I apologize for that. Just trying to get back into the swing of things. So today I'd like to do two videos for Coffee Talk. One is about foods that help with depression. The other is about foods that help with anxiety. So for depression, I found a great article on WebMD. It's a well-known website. A little disclaimer, it does say that unfortunately there's no specific diet that's been proven to relieve depression, but still with certain eating plans or foods may not ease your symptoms or put you instantly in a better mood, a healthy diet may help as part of your overall treatment. So here's what I found. First of all, it talks about antioxidants. Most of us have heard about those. They prevent cell damage. They also prevent cell damage in our brains too. Our brains are particularly at risk from aging, cell damage, and free radicals. So we want to avoid things like that. So here's what you want to eat to help your brain, to pump up your brain food, they call it. You want foods that are rich in beta-carotene, like apricots, broccoli, cantaloupe, carrots, collards, peaches, pumpkin, spinach, and sweet potato. Also, vitamin C. You want to get lots of that to prevent free radicals and antioxidants. Blueberries, broccoli, grapefruit, kiwi, oranges, peppers, potatoes, strawberries, and tomato. And finally, vitamin E is important. You get that from margarine, believe it or not, nuts and seeds, vegetable oils, and wheat germ. So those are all important to manage free radicals and get our antioxidants. So basically they're saying eat lots of good vegetables. Also, here's something new. Smart carbs can have a calming effect. Carbohydrates are linked to the mood-boosting brain chemical serotonin. Experts aren't sure, but carb craving sometimes may be related to low serotonin activity. So choose your carbs wisely. Limit sugary foods and opt for smart or complex carbs, such as whole grains, rather than simple carbs, such as cakes and cookies. Fruits, vegetables, and legumes also have healthy carbs and fiber. So the thing I get from that, a lot of people are anti-carb, and I'm not one of those people. Carbohydrates, I believe, are necessary for our bodies to get energy, at least in some degree. You can't just eliminate them totally from your body. But that being said, it's important to have healthy carbs, like it says here. You know, you don't want you want complex carbs, not the simple sugars and lots. You want to avoid all those sugars. So complex carbs again are like whole grains and fruits. You want to get fruits, vegetables, all that kind of thing again. Also, protein-rich foods boost alertness. So maybe if we're struggling with some depression and we need to pick up ourselves and get more alert, foods like turkey, tuna, and chicken have an amino acid called tryptophan, which may help you make serotonin. Try to eat something with protein several times a day, especially when you need to clear your mind and boost your energy. So you've heard of tryptophan. That's the thing. When it's cooked, it actually relaxes you. It has the opposite effect. Turkey, chicken have it, and same thing in milk too. Milk, when it's warmed, it relaxes you. But it also helps you make serotonin, so that's important. Healthy proteins include beans, peas, lean beef, low-fat cheese, fish, milk, poultry, soy products, and yogurt. There's also a specific diet you could try for B vitamins. There's been a Spanish study found that rates of depression tended to rise in men, especially smokers, as they got less folate. The same thing happened for women, especially those who smoked or didn't exercise, but when they got less vitamin B12. So you want to get lots of folate, and maybe that'll help depression too. And this can be found in the Mediterranean diet, which includes eating lots of legumes, nuts, many fruits, and dark green vegetables. They all have folate. And vitamin B12 can be found in all lean and low-fat animal products such as fish and low-fat dairy products. So going on to the next part, vitamin D, that's extremely important. Vitamin D receptors are located throughout the body, including your brain. Even just going out and getting sunlight, like getting vitamin D from sun. A recent national study found that the likelihood of having depression is higher in people with low levels of vitamin D. In another study, researchers from the University of Toronto noticed that people who had symptoms of depression, particularly those with seasonal affective disorder, tended to get better when the amount of vitamin D in their bodies went up as you'd expect it to during the spring and summer. So we've heard of seasonal affective disorder or SAD in the wintertime when there's less sun, especially around the Midwest. A lot of people tend to get more depressed because the sunlight is not as available. So maybe you can try supplementing with the vitamin D or get good calcium from milk. And finally, a couple other things. Select selenium-rich foods. Studies have reported that a link between low selenium and poor moods. The recommended amount for selenium is 55 micrograms a day for adults. So selenium is another mineral that's found in foods. You can find it in beans and legumes, lean meat such as pork and beef, skinless chicken and turkey, low-fat dairy products, nuts and seeds, and particularly Brazil nuts because of their high selenium content. Seafood is rich in selenium, such as oysters, clams, sardines, crab, and saltwater fish, as well as freshwater fish. And finally, whole grains, we keep talking about that. And another important thing is omega-3s. You've probably heard about that being talked about. Omega-3 fatty acids are really good for your heart. They're also good for your brain as well. They help the arteries in your brain just get a lot of the brain activity going. So some examples of good omega-3s including I'll just say omega-3s include fatty fish such as anchovy, mackerel, salmon, sardines, shad, and tuna. Flaxseed, you can get that in oatmeal. Canola and soybean oils are high in omega-3s. Nuts, especially walnuts, and dark green leafy vegetables like spinach. And finally, remember your weight and lifestyle matter too, so please try to be active, try to exercise, and that will have huge effects on your depression. Thank you, and I'll talk to you soon.